Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, this video is a pregnancy update video. I guess I can start with the little list I have going on. So let's just get into this. This was not really directly related to pregnancy, but I guess I can document it. So I had Invisalign, and recently at my last appointment they decided to do braces at the bottom because my teeth were just not moving. They went as fast as they wanted them to with the Invisalign. And I have to say, obviously, like, who doesn't enjoy adding another new challenge to pregnancy? Just kidding. Honestly, I can't complain. My pregnancy has not been challenging, remotely challenging compared to many people out there. But I have to say, it does kind of help the process because with Invisalign, you have to take it out every time you have snacks. And as you can imagine, you're snacking more often when you're pregnant. So having the braces at the bottom is a lot easier. I don't have to think about it as much, just going in and out, because snacking happens with the pregnancy. And I don't know about you guys, but now I am in the second trimester. But this has kind of been how I've always sort of, my approach to eating has always been several small meals versus large meals. I'm a person that gets full pretty fast, and being pregnant now, it's even more like that. So yeah, I eat quite often through the day, but just small meals. What I'm going to try to do is kind of give you a recap of my experience in the second trimester. Now, I might be looking at my phone a bit because I did make some notes. I use the app Ovia, the Ovia app. This is not sponsored or anything, I'm just telling you what I use. But I also added Baby Center as well recently because they have like a visual of how big your baby would look, but not like fruits or vegetables or paper airplanes, not like comparing it, because that's what Ovia does, but they actually show you like a mini model of an actual baby. So it's kind of cool to see both. But anyways, on the Ovia app, which is what I check daily, so I'm second trimester today, and I'm 26 weeks and 5 days, and the baby is the size of a squash. A butternut squash. So I am approaching third trimester soon, but let's just go through a recap of my experience in the second trimester. I'll start off with weight gain. I have gained about 15, I believe it's 15 pounds since I first got pregnant, and or actually it might be 20 pounds now. Oh my goodness, I should have done this before I started filming. Either 15 or 20 pounds. I believe it might be closer to 20 pounds now. So everything seems to be fine in that aspect. I am 5'9", so I am a bit taller, so the weight, it might sound like a lot to some of you, but I am around 170 when I'm at my highest. It fluctuates now depending on the day. Sometimes it goes up a little bit or down a little bit, but my last appointment I was 170. But keep in mind that was after a Vegas weekend trip, which I did eat a little bit more than the norm. So obviously one of the most exciting things in the second trimester is the kicking of the baby. If you are new here, I'm having a baby boy, and I do have the gender reveal, and I just gave it away to you, so why would you watch it? But if you want to watch anyways, I'll link it below. But anyways, so the kicking for me really started at 16 weeks. But when I knew for sure it happened at 16 weeks, it made me think, okay, those things that I was feeling before, those were kicks. They were just so subtle and light. So I would say probably like 14 weeks, which some people say online is not possible, and then some people are like, yeah, they felt it. Those to me were more like the butterfly feeling that they talk about. 16 weeks, that was like, when people ask me, what does it feel like? It felt like a kick. It felt like something was kicking me. And I remember just like laying in bed and having my hand on my stomach because I was feeling like a little bit of like the movement and the kick, like, you know, when it touches your hand on your stomach, it scared the hell out of me. I can't lie. It's one of those things where I was like, I can't wait to feel it, I can't wait to feel it, and then I felt it, I'm like, ah! I was terrified. I was literally scared of myself. I was laying in bed, like, oh my God, looking down at myself. And my husband wasn't home, and I remember texting him at work, like, I'm scared of myself right now. I'm scared of myself. And then after about a good 10 minutes of like, calm down, if you don't know me, I'm easily rattled. Everything scares me. Everything jumps me. Like, I could sneeze and be scared of my own sneeze. Like, I'm ridiculous. So after like a good 10 minutes, I then missed it, and I'm like, can you do it again now that I'm ready for you? So it became like an instant love affair, and now I just live for his little kicks in the day and night. I just love it. Now that I'm approaching the end of the second trimester, the kicks are definitely stronger. They increase. I would say he's definitely most active right when I go to bed and turn onto my side. So turn on to the left side. From research I did online and from the app, it says it is best to go on your left side. It's something to do with the oxygen going to the baby better when you're on your left side, just the way your organs are. So I always try to sleep on the left side, and I can just tell, like, as soon as I just roll over at night, he just starts going, going. But they also say that when you're walking in the day, your movement puts the baby to sleep, which is so adorable. So when you're more still, it's often the baby is more active, and I definitely do see that as well. Another cool thing in the second trimester is just reading that the baby can now, you know, possibly hear voices and react to like light if they sense light by the tummy. So we've been having fun with kind of like testing that out. I'm not so sure that we can tell a difference right now, but it is pretty cool. Now, in terms of the acne that I talked about in the first trimester, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think the acne is going to completely go at all until my pregnancy is finished. But I have been experimenting with many different products to just make it a little bit better, and also changing like my diet a little bit and just going crazy with the water, and I have seen a difference. But I'm going to do that in a totally separate video. The pregnancy acne video, it's coming. I've been saying it's coming, but the reason I've been taking a while is because I've been filming footage like over the different weeks to compare my skin. I feel like that's probably more effective than me just coming on here and talking about it. I know you probably want to see it, so that's why I've been taking a little while with it. Another major increase I've seen is the peeing, or as we say around here, wee-wee. I didn't have that so much in the first trimester, but there's sometimes now when he's moving that I literally feel like he's going on my bladder, and I just have to get up and go. Some nights I get up maybe like 5 times in the night. Sometimes it's twice. Sometimes it's not so bad, but yeah, that's definitely increased for sure. Now, something that I did experience, as I said, I went to Vegas. Did I say that yet in this video? Who knows how I'm going to edit it. So if I didn't say that, I went to Vegas, just like a weekend little getaway. And obviously there was a change in the heat. It was a lot hotter there. The altitude is different as well. And that was my first experience with swelling. So my feet were a bit swollen and my hands were a bit swollen for the whole weekend. And I wore comfortable shoes, but we did a lot of walking, walking the strip and stuff, which I enjoyed. I'm a walker. I love to like just walk and explore, but definitely did more than I've been doing, you know, on a regular basis, which is something I do want to increase. And it's obviously better for your health, so I do want to get better at that. But anyways, I had the swelling, And it scared me a little bit because I wasn't sure if it was just something that was like a pregnancy symptom that was just starting to take place, that was going to continue. Sorry that I just went gray. The sun just went away for a second. Instead of waiting for it, let's just continue talking. So I wasn't sure if at that point it was something that was going to start happening, but I realized as soon as I came back home from Vegas that it was to do with the heat for sure. Maybe the change in altitude, maybe from the flight, or the excessive walking, or all those combined. So one thing I discovered in my second trimester that I really didn't know, I don't know why I didn't know this, but I'm just sharing it because I'm guessing if you're watching this, maybe you don't know this yet, and maybe I'll just give you a little heads up. So I really enjoyed having my doctor's appointments so that I could see the ultrasound, and I didn't realize that after, what was it, 18 weeks or 20 weeks? I think it was 18 weeks when we went for the anatomy scan, that you don't have another one again until 36 weeks. I was so heartbroken when I went back at, I think it was 22 weeks or something, I can't remember now, but when I went back and all she did was check the heart rate, I was so disappointed. I remember just looking at my husband like, where is he? I want to see him. So yeah, that was a little wake-up call. I didn't realize, I don't know what I was thinking, but I just thought, hey, we would see him every time. But no, you don't. I think other than that, there is one major symptom that has just started within the past couple days. So I would say this is very much on the end part of the second trimester, and that is round ligament pain. What I thought was Braxton Hicks, because I heard about Braxton Hicks, which are like mild sort of contractions that your body starts to have in preparation for labor, and it does start quite early. It can start in your second trimester, and I thought that I experienced it, which is so ironic because I remember saying to my husband, yeah, I was watching these other bloggers, whatever, and they've been having Braxton Hicks, and I guess I just haven't had it yet. And the day after that, I had this pain in the bottom of my stomach, just like a sharp pain that was short and fast, and I thought that was it. And he's like, you willed it on, you talked about it. But then I did a little Googling, as you do. Don't we just Google everything and then just get terrified? No, but honestly, the way I explained it is Google wrote back to me. No, Google explained it exactly as I've experienced it, which is round ligament pain. Round ligament pain is a sharp pain or jabbing feeling often felt in the lower belly or groin area on one or both sides. It is one of the most common complaints during pregnancy and is considered a normal part of pregnancy. It is often felt during the second trimester. And blah, blah, blah. As your uterus grows during pregnancy, the ligaments stretch and thicken to accommodate and support it. So I have it on my left side, and it's just like a sharp shooting pain. Then it stops, and then it like came back maybe about 5 times. And it's not funny actually. The thing is, I got it really late at night one night, and it was right before I was about to go to bed. And then I got a headache, because I think I get like little stress headaches sometimes, once in a blue moon. If I think about something too much, I give myself a headache. So I think that kind of stressed me out, because it was the first time I had any sort of pain, because I've had a very smooth pregnancy so far. As I've mentioned before, I didn't have morning sickness. I haven't had any real sickness. So other than like maybe, you know, food kind of turning me off or having some nauseous feeling now and then, but the first trimester, but overall it hasn't really been challenging. So that kind of gave me like an instant headache just thinking about it, because after the first one happened, I'm just like laying there anticipating for the next one to happen, and when's it going to happen again, because I find it quite painful, because it's like a sharp shooting pain. I don't know how to explain it just other than saying it's a sharp shooting pain. Different from like a period cramp to me. And so, yeah, I didn't like it so much. So I was just laying there thinking, is it coming again? When's it coming? Can I relax? Oh, and then it might come again. And then it's just so sporadic, and it hurts, even though it's only for a second. So it was hard to relax. But it's something new that I have experienced, and that is the occasional heartburn. And I burped. Heartburn or indigestion. And this is something I didn't experience before. And so Tums really helps, and Tums tastes a little too good for its own good. So I really just take Tums when I get that sort of feeling after I eat, and then it pretty much goes away. Their change for sure is obviously the bump is bigger, but I also do have the line sort of going down my tummy. It's not like super prominent, but it's there. Now, let me give you a little story. I don't know if this has happened to anyone. It's actually kind of funny to think about. But, so because I'm not accustomed to having, you know, a stomach that is a little bit out more than it has been prior to being pregnant, it's taken me a little while to get used to where I can fit in when I'm doing things. To give you an example, one day I was going to sit down at my desk, and I kind of bumped the desk a little bit, forgetting, you know, that I have a tummy to accommodate for, and I can't fit in as easily. So that's an example. Another example, this is going to sound very scary. I hope I don't scare you guys. Everything's okay. It was just like a little accident, and it wasn't that bad. But basically, I was taking a pan out of the oven, and I ended up burning my tummy a little bit, very close to my belly button. Not very bad, just one of those burns that, well, actually bad enough that I did get a slight scab. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is because it's just so ironic, because, you know, this whole thing about like trying not to get stretch marks and, you know, wanting to keep the tummy looking kind of like its normal self, blah, blah, blah. I have very much been kind of naughty with that, because I've been, so far, I haven't had any stretch marks, and I've just never had stretch marks growing up. It's just not something that runs in my family. Like my mom and my grandmother didn't have stretch marks. I know that that's not how it goes for everyone, and sometimes you still get it. But what I mean to say is, yes, I am creaming my belly, keeping it moisturized, but I'm not going crazy with it, is what I'm trying to say. In any case, I have a mark on my stomach now because I burnt myself, because I am clumsy, and I kind of forgot that my tummy went out so far when I was pulling out a hot pan. So that's a little something that happened. I think that's about it for this second trimester recap. I just wanted to come on here and just share my experience, just so I could also look back on it, but also so many of you have asked how everything's going, so I just want to let you know that everything's been great, and the baby's good, I'm good, everyone's good, and yeah, time is flying by. Now, I want you to know that I do have some more pregnancy content coming very soon, and I am going to be filming a nursery tour next month, so in November. So definitely stay tuned for that. So definitely stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe and give it a like, because that helps me know that you want more pregnancy content on my channel. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, I gotta show you the bum. Duh. Hold on. So there it is. By the way, can I just say that having so much in the front has never made my bum look flatter. That's something I'm starting to work on, because now it's like doop, then it looks like doop, and that's not the most fun. But anyways, that's just petty, vain talk, and it's not even serious. I'm kind of joking and kind of serious. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.